Thanks for coming out tonight. Good evening. You're in for a real treat tonight. Wonderful picture, great songs, and I swear if you don't go home humming a little hum, the only way you're going to get that earworm out of your head is by singing It's a Small World After All. We have a couple of other people to join me and talk about. But by the way, before we get into that, anybody know how many Winnie the Pooh pictures have been made by the studio? Yes?
I like people live too.
Okay, there's a total of 7 that have been made. That's right, 7. And we're going to talk about this film, which is made up of the first 3 with a little added material. So, to help me explore that, please welcome Burny Mattinson, legendary storyman, and Floyd Norman, also legendary storyman from the Disney Studio. So guys, if I were to pick one word that describes this film, I would come up with the word charming. To me, it's a very unusual way to construct a picture because it doesn't have any villains in it. That's right, yes. It seems to all be about just characters and their quirks and their relationships with each other. And it's sort of an example of a film that can have a wonderful feeling about it and tell the story without having overt conflict, and it's really unusual.
I think there was a point there where Walt got kind of nervous about it because it was so sweet in a way. And he called us all up to the theater upstairs in the 3rd floor. And we sat there and he ran the whole picture, everything that was done up to that point. Maybe it was pencil tests and a few color scenes here and there. But anyway,
and this is pretty early on. This would have been like back in the 64?
63, 2 in there, right there. Anyhow, and he sat in the back and we ran everything we had done on it. And then he came out in the hall afterwards, and we all came out, and he said, he says, I think we should cut our losses on this and put it out as a featurette. And that was the reason. But we had enough material for both the Honey Tree and Bluster Day, because we were both doing both at the same time. Anyhow, so they came out with the Honey Tree. It did very well theatrically, and then he came out a couple of years later then with the Bluster Day, and it won the Academy Award. And so then, I believe right around then, Sears Roebuck came out with their catalog of the Christmas things with Pooh in it, and I know because I am an illustrator for that, and that catalog was sold out. So Walt thought, hey, let's get the next one, but we never, of course, had passed away before we got to that. But then we did the next one about 72.
72.
And so I worked on that, and then they decided to put the whole 3 segments together, and
that's what we have here.
Many Adventures and Winnie the Pooh. Yes.
Now Floyd, at the time that Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree was getting off the ground, you were working on another picture about a bear and a boy.
Yes, indeed. It took me a while to get to Winnie the Pooh because I was upstairs working with Walt on the Jungle Book. But I'll tell you, we were lucky because one of the great things about Winnie the Pooh, Sterling Holloway was doing the voice of Pooh Bear. And And we were doing the Jungle Book, and Walt said, you know, why not, Sterling's here, why not just use Sterling to do the voice of Kaa the snake? So Sterling did Winnie the Pooh, the sweet, cuddly little character, and he also did the villainous Kaa the snake for the Jungle Book.
And you had Bruce Reitherman doing the voice of Christopher Robin.
Right, right.
And then he played Mowgli where
he played
Kaa was
Mowgli.
trying to eat him instead.
That's right.
Be his friend.
Yeah, that's right. We had Bruce to do the voice of Christopher Robin and also Mowgli in the Jungle Book.
And Sebastian Cabot was the narrator.
Oh yeah, right.
On the first picture and on the first Pooh picture. And
Right. He was Bagheera, right?
Bagheera.
Yeah, he was Bagheera. So great actors, great voices, and we were so lucky to have the opportunity to work with these guys.
So you, on the Jungle Book, you had a chance to work with the great storyman Larry Clemens.
Right.
So what was that like?
Somewhat intimidating because I was still a young kid. I had not worked in story before. And here I found myself upstairs in the story room with all of these, veterans, these Disney veterans who had made the films I saw as a child. And of course, in that same room was Walt Disney. So pretty intimidating for a young kid to be in such company.
Yeah. Something I find so interesting about these pictures is that one of the storymen, Ralph Wright, got paid to do the voice of Eeyore. And do you know how that came about, Burny?
I don't know how it came about, but he had the same voice. Because you could walk into his room and say, how are you today? And he said, I'm all right. And that's the way he talked.
I'm having a pretty good day. Feeling good.
Well, my father and Ollie Johnston came on this series with Blustery Day and then Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. And one of the things they talked about was the difficulty of animating Pooh Bear and Piglet because they had button eyes.
Right.
And the character design was different from, say, Eeyore or Tigger or Rabbit.
Right.
Who had more standard eyes and much easier to do acting with them. And they were saying that they had to rely a lot more on pantomime and body attitude.
Yeah.
Body attitude was a lot of it. If they had to have a character look up, they would put a little line over the pupil of the eye, the black of the eye, and you could change the angle of it somewhere.
Yeah, it was very subtle, but it worked.
It was a problem.
Well, now both of you got to work on subsequent pictures. I mean, you worked on the Tigger movie, and you worked on story for the latest Winnie the Pooh picture. What was it like working with these characters that have been established?
Well, one of the great things about working on the Tigger movie, and I think that was around the year 2000, was it was an opportunity not only to work on a Winnie the Pooh movie with some very engaging characters, but it was an opportunity to work once again with Robert and Richard Sherman, who wrote the songs for the Tigger movie. So how about that? And we hadn't worked together since the Jungle Book back in 1966. So to be able to reunite with the Sherman brothers, for me, it was a real thrill to work with these great guys again.
And how about you, Burny? What was it like to work with that material again after so many years?
Oh, it was wonderful. We shot the new one. We shot a whole different opening that you'll see tonight, which is kind of a lot more the way Christopher Robin was supposed to look. And but the whole feeling of that picture was like everybody who worked on it really enjoyed doing it. It's just pure fun.
I can't help but feel that one of the reasons why the picture is so special is because the decision was made to follow Ernest Shepard's original illustrations from the book, and then there's the story device of the world taking place in the book, you know, and even using the design of the book.
Yeah, that was inspired. Yeah, that was really good. I love that stuff. It had just a special charm to it. And I think Walt always loved to use books, you know. A lot of the Disney films started with an open book, and you know, and the story begins.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good place for us to wind up, and you're in for a special treat now, the charming world that'll take you into the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Thank you. Enjoy it.